Today we will just practice the question for the concept whatever we discussed in the last two classes regarding permutation and combination. To get started, solve this question and you have just 1.5 minutes. A restaurant menu has several options for tacos. There are 3 options for shell. For shell, we have 3 options, and for meat, there are 4 options, and for cheese, there are 3 options, and for salsa, there are 5 options. And how many distinct tacos can be ordered, assuming that any order contain exactly one of each of the above choice? So there must be one of the each, right? So how can we solve this? Using the rule of counting. What is the first one? First thing, one of the shell and one of the meat, one of the type of meat, and one of the type of cheese, and one of the type of the salsa. And how many options are available for shell? There are 3 options. For meat, 4 options. For cheese, 3 options. And for salsa, 5 options. And we see and n is converted into multiply sign. So just multiply these. 5 for 20, 23, 60, and 63, 180. So they are in total 180 ways of ordering, assuming that exactly one of each of the above is selected as a choice. This is a very basic concept question, just testing the rule of counting, right?
Hey Faizan, what I did, like I took C, 3C1, 4C1, 3C1, and 5C1.
Exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
You are just picking one out of these.
Yeah.
Right. And just you need to multiply those because all of these must be included at the same time, right? That's why there is an and for and you need to multiply. These are very basic question. Another basic question, just quickly solve this. It's again very simple question. A university cafeteria offer 4 flavor of pizzas. So in pizza, there are 4 options available. One is pepperoni, chicken, Hawaiian, whatever the pronunciation is, and vegetarian. If the customer has an option, but not the obligation to add extra cheese, mushroom, or toast to any kind of pizza. And for each pizza, there are further 4 options. What those options are, even include the cheese topping, mushroom, or both, or maybe none, right? So for each pizza, there are 4 options. And for pizza, there are already 4 options, which are pepperoni, chicken, Hawaiian, or vegetarian. So the question is, how many different pizza varieties are available? So that will be again using the rule of counting. That will be 4 into 4, which is 16. Shall I move forward?
Yes.
Now we can solve this. There is no issue in this. Okay, the same question could be asked this way. And this is exactly the same question type. Just quickly solve this. You can solve this within 5 and 10 seconds just by saying. There is only one way while moving from point A to point B. And then there are 2 ways. And from C to D are again 2 ways. So from A to B and from B to C, please mute yourself. and from C to D again 2 ways. So this is 1 into 2 into 2, which is 4 ways. And now please don't ask
If
me.
as
Yes,
I have one doubt, if it is like how many options X and Y have, then it would be the like
X and Y
some
have.
other like yeah, like I'm assuming like if X is moved, then it will be having two options like P and Q to go to D. And if Y move, then it will be having like other two options. Am I
See the
like
direction. See the direction. This Y can't move in this direction unless this sign is not present. This is restricting that this must move in this direction. If your question is if Y want to move to D, then this is then this must not be mentioned. Otherwise, there will be one direction and then two direction afterwards. If this is not, then this can move in this direction and this direction. There are two ways in that. Got the point?
yes?
This is again the same question. You have to move from A to B, and just quickly by following this. First of all, there are two ways, right? Three ways, and three ways, and in last one way. So this will be just 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 1, which is 54 ways. Yes, literally. Okay. This is a very good question which you will solve later. Yeah, try this question. Team is taking a math class and the teacher gives a multiple choice test consisting of 8 options, 8 questions. If each question has 5 option choices and Kim answer every question, in how many different ways she can complete the test? So what is exactly happening here? There is a test consisting of 8 questions, and for each questions there are 5 answer choices, and the person should attempt all of these. So for the first attempt, for the first question, how many options are available? 5. And then, and because all of the question is saying answer every question, right? For the next question, how many option choices? 5. And for the next question, again 5. So in total, there are 8 such questions. So this will be just 5 into 5 into 5, which is 5 power 8. So if you remember, I told you 3 scenarios in the first lecture, that this is a permutation with repetition, with replacement. In that scenario, that will be just r power n. And this is exactly that, which is 5 power 8. And this is total. And this is option for each. Why you guys got 40? How this is 40? Answer every question. So there must be and in between, not or. That's why the answer to this is C.
So what I did, I just straightforward count it, like I
No,
make
no,
5
no.
lines. Then I just got the logic like it's going to be 5 raised to 8 because every time 5 is going to be multiply.
Yes. Till now things are a bit easy. Let's try to dive in. This is again is leave this. Yeah, try this question. And the flag of country Australia has to contain 3 different color strips. Okay. Of the same width, all of which must be positioned either horizontally or vertically, right? If the flag of Australia must consist of national colors, which include green, red, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 colors, and out of which we need to pick 3 colors. How many different flags can be created? First of all, see, we are picking out of 5, 3 for 3 different color strips. That means the reason of selection is not same. So this is a permutation question. Remember one thing, when you are just selecting item and the reason of selection is not same, that will be a permutation problem. Because the first one you are picking is for the first strip, the second one is for the second strip, and third one is for third strip. And we have 5 options. Out of 5, we are picking 3. This is a permutation problem, right? So this will be 5 factorial divided by 5 minus 3 factorial. That is 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial, which is 5 into 4 into 3, which is 60. Now anyone can just tick 60, but remember the question says that either vertically or horizontally. There is a or, so you need to add both cases for vertically and horizontally. And for each case, this is 60. So when you just consider vertical and horizontal, this will be 60 plus 60, which is 120. So in total, there are 120 ways, not 60 ways. Got the point? Okay. Just quickly solve this. This is a very simple question. In this question, how many 3-digit number can you form using 5 numbers if the number can only be used once, right? So this thing is okay. So condition is you have to make a 3-digit number from the 5 numbers available, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the condition is this is without replacement. That means that each number can be used only once. So let's see, we have a 3-digit number and we need to form out of 5 numbers which are 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so first thing is there could be 2 scenarios. First thing is that in the start we can't have 0. If we have 0 in the start, that means that this is not a 3-digit number, that will be 2-digit number. So the thing is we don't have a 0 in the start. Okay, so if we don't have a 0, then how many ways we can just pick the first option? We have 4-digit remaining. This is 4. Now for the next. Okay. And now for the next, we again have 4 digits. Now we can pick 0. Only 1. And now we can pick 0. And out we already pick 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 is picked out. And now again we are left with 0 and 3, which are remaining from this. And 1 is now picked out. Now we are left with 3. So this is 4 into 4 into 3, which is 16 into 3, which is 48. Just remember one thing, which is I must say, a common trap in such question. When you are just making a digit, 2-digit, 3-digit, 4-digit, the first one can never be 0. Otherwise, that will not be in this scenario. If we consider first at 0, that is not a 3-digit number. That will become 2-digit number, right? So there are total 48 ways in which we can form a 3-digit number using the 5 numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the condition is each number can be used once. But if we are given that number can be used, this is with replacement case. In that scenario, the things will be a bit different. In that scenario, if this is with replacement. So first of all, again, that is 4 because this can't be 0. Next, this is 5 and this is 5. There will be different scenario. This is with replacement. And a condition provided that is without replacement to 4 into 4 into 3. This is without replacement. Just remember one thing, the first option can never be 0. Rest, you can just figure it out yourself. Okay. We have plenty of such questions. If you're in doubt, you will just be cleared out. Okay, just try this question. A 3-digit code for certain locks use the digit 0 to 9 according to the following constraints. Okay, there is a constraint. The first digit cannot be 0 or 1. Okay. The next digit must be 0 or 1. And for the third digit, okay, another condition is the second and third digit cannot be 0 in both. So we can't have 0 in both at the same time. Okay. So there will be 2 conditions here. First
I
of
think
all,
it is second and third digit. You marked it on first and second.
oh, sorry, second and third digit. Okay. Second and third digit. Doesn't matter. Okay, the thing is that the first digit cannot be 0 or 1. So in short, if this cannot be 0 and 1, then there are 8 possibilities for this. Because these are 10, you just removed 0 and 1. And then 8 options available for the first one, right? Now for the second one, that must be 0 and 1. And for example, if I consider this as a 0, so there are only one option available. And the question says that second and third one cannot be 0 at the same time. So how many options are available for this third one?
9.
9. Okay, so this is the first condition. Now, if you see the second condition, again, this will be 8. And now if you pick 1 for this, so there are 1 ways. And the thing is, now you can pick 0 for last as well. So this will be 10. So this is 8 into 9, 72. And this is 80. Just add those, that will be 152. The constraint is given that in both cases, the first one, there are 8 possibilities. But for second is a constraint that if this is 0, you can't have 0 in third position. That's why if you pick 0 in this, there is 1 way. And now you can't pick 0 for this, there are remaining 9 ways. And likewise for the second, if you pick 1 for this, now you can pick 0 for this. So in short, you have 10 ways for this. Just add these 72 and 80, you will get 152.
I didn't got the second point.
In second point, I was picking 1 for the second position so that I can pick 0 for third position as well. That's why in third position, we have 10 optional variable.
That means can choose the same point for third position. I mean, if I choose 0 for the second position, or sorry, 1 for the second position, then we can again choose 1 for the third position.
There is no constraint for 1. A constraint is for 0. In the second
okay.
condition, you have picked 1 for the second. Now for third,
Yep.
you have 10 options available. Okay, try this question. Basically, 2 ways to solve this. One way is just to figure out the required cases directly. The other way is that if we just figure out the total ways and just subtract the restricted way, then we can find the remaining, and that approach we will use. That is efficient approach. That is our required case will be the total cases minus the restricted cases. So in this scenario, how can we find the total case? We need to form a 5-digit string having these 5 digits, D, G, I, T. So how can we arrange this? We want to arrange this in the linear order using the identical concept in the linear order. Total, this can be arranged in 5 factorial ways, and there is a 2 identical. So we will divide with this 2 factorial. So that will be 60 ways. So in total, we have 60 ways. But now we need to remove the restricted case. And what is restricted case? That when 2 occurrence, the question is saying that how many such strings are possible such that the 2 occurrence of the letter are separated by at least 1 digit. The restricted will be that those are right together, right? So that's mean we have 2 I combined, we have separate D, G, and T. So how can we find the restricted case? That is possible that if I do this way, that if I consider 2 i's combined at a single value, so in that scenario, I have 4 values now, right? So if I want to arrange the 4 values, how can I do that? That will be just 4 factorial. So this will be 60 minus 24, which is 36. Actually, want the required cases in which I are separated by at least 1 digit. So I just do the inverse way. I just consider total values, the total outcome possible, and just remove the restricted case in which I are together. And total ways are easy to find, but for the restricted case, I consider that 2 i's are together, and I consider that a single 1 value. So we have 4 digits. Now we need to arrange 4 digits in linear order. That will be straightforward R factorial, which is 4 factorial. So total 60 minus 24, which is 36, our required answer. Next one. Okay, try this question. The question is saying an electrical engineering website requires user to create a password using letter from the word magnet. Okay, we have word magnet. So in magnet, there are 6 letters, 6 alphabets, right? If each password must have at least 4 letters, just see this. There is a thing at least. When you see the word at least, that's mean minimum that to the maximum value. All of the cases are included. And no repeated letters. So this is without replacement case. How many different passwords are possible? Now at least 4. So 4 letters, 5 letters, and 6 letters. Now the thing is that this is a password, and you need 1 value for each of the options. So the reason of selection is not same. That's why this is a permutation problem. And permutation, you are picking 6 out of 4, 6p4, 6p5, and 6p6. So this will be just
1800.
Let's see, 360, 720, and 720, which is 1800. And these are a usual way of testing the questioning, the concept of permutation and combination in exam. Okay. This is again same thing. Whenever you solve this letter, try to do this in a restricted way. Try this question. This is another type of testing. The question is saying that in a certain software, there are 4 pairs of black, 4 pairs of black. That's mean 8 for black, and gray 3 pairs. That means 6, and orange, that means 2 pair, so that is 4. The question is, what is the minimum number of socks that must be removed in order to ensure that 2 socks of same color have been removed? Okay, so in such questions, always consider worst case scenario. So let's try to come up with a worst case scenario. If I say that you have 1 black, 1 gray, and 1 orange, you pick first 1 sock, and that is from blue. You pick another sock that is from gray, and you pick third one that is from orange. Now you can pick any one that will be a pair, either with blue, either with gray, or either with the orange, right? So to ensure that there is a pair, you need to pick minimum 4 socks at a time. So this is worst case scenario. There could be a scenario that all of the 4 are from blue, from black, gray, or orange. For worst case scenario, always consider this way, that you pick 3, and 3 is always from all are from the different color sock, 1 from this, 1 from this, and 1 from this. Now the 4th one must be either identical to this one. Okay, quickly solve this question and try to be quick. The question is saying that how many positive integers less than 10,000, okay, are such that the product of their digits is 30. First of all, let's start with a 1 digit. No 1 digit is actually equal to 30. So 1 digit case is not possible. Now see the 2 digit case. How many 2 digits are there such that the product of the digit is 30? That could be 4 and 5, 4 and 5, or 6 and 5, 6 and 5. 6 into 5 is 30. If you take the product of these 2 digits, the result is 30. So in how many ways you can arrange 6 and 5? 2 factorial ways, which is equal to 2, right? So considering 2 digits such that the product of the digits is 30 can be possible in 2 ways. Is there any other digit whose product is 30? No, because only 6 into 5, and this can be arranged in 2 factorial ways, right? Now consider a 3 digit. How could you have 2 digit with 130? I'm asking 1 digit. That could be from 0 to 9. That can't be a 2 digit. Okay. Now consider a 3 digit. How many such 3 digits are possible? If you just quickly prime factorize the 30, this could be, remember, for every 0 there is 2 into 5 and 3. So this is 2 into 3 into 5. So 1 is very straightforward, 2, 3, and 5, right? So in how many ways you can arrange 3, 2, 3, 5? This is 3, not 8. That can be in 3 factorial ways, right? Now, is there any other 3-digit number such that the product of their digit is 30? Yes. When we have 1, 6, and 5, 6, 5, 30 into 1, again 30. So this can be arranged in 3 factorial ways, right? There is no other 3-digit whose product of digit is 30. Now let's see the 4-digit. So how many 4-digit integers? That could be 1, 2, 3, and 5, or 1, 1, 6, and 5. And this can be arranged in 4 factorial ways. And this can be arranged in 4 factorial divider because there are 2 identical. There were 2 factorial ways. Now just add all of these. 2-way, 6, 6, 24, and 12 ways. So if you add these, what is the sum? That is equal to 50. That's why I told you that this is wrong. The answer, this is 50, not 54. Got the question? Yes or no?
Yes. Is there any other way we can approach this question?
No, you have to figure out this way. Because the question actually asking that you need to find the product of digits. There is a similar question present in the Magoosh, and they just change this thing. So you understood this method.
Yes, got it.
You just need to figure out how many digits are there such that the product is 30. And one more thing, that this is less than 10,000. So maximum we have a 4-digit number, that is 999, right? So that's why we just see from 1 digit to 4-digit number. Again, 10 is not a 1-digit number. I'm asking 1 digit. So if you are saying 10 and 3, this is not a 1 digit. So if you are saying 2 digit, that's mean this is 1 digit and this is 1 digit. This could be from 0 to 9. Got the point?
Yes.
Again, this is a very good question for practice. Just quickly solve this question. Okay. The question is saying how many distinct 4-digit numbers can be formed from the digits? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 5 and 6 just came 2 times. And all of these came 1 time, right? So we want to form a distinct 4-digit number from the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. First of all, you want to make a 4-digit number. Then you can have how much possibilities? First thing is, if all 4 digits are different, the next thing is, if 2 are same and rest are different. The next scenario is, if you have 2 pairs, 2 of one and 2 of other, right? So in short, we have basically 3 types. And if you consider first type and you want to make a 4-digit number, right? Then how many ways you can do that? In total, you have 4 different numbers, integers, digits from which you want to choose. So you can do in how many ways? 6 combination 4, and now you need to arrange these in 4 arrangement, that will be 4 factorial. Or you can straightforward write this 6p4. This is the same thing, right? This was the first thing, in which you need to choose 4 digits from the distinct number, right? In which all of these are distinct. The other is, in which, for example, these 2 are same and these 2 are different, right? So how can you choose first 2? You have 2 times 5 and 2 times 6. That's why for making a pair, you need to choose from 2. And for the remaining 2, you need to choose. Now there is one issue in this. You choose out of these 2 to form a pair, and now rest for the other, for the 2, from how many you will choose 2? Anyone? Will this be 5 or will this be 4?
4.
4. Okay, think again. Anyone else? Yes, 5. Because if you better think this way, first scenario is if you choose both 5, right? Then for the remaining, you need to choose out of the 5, remaining 5. And if you choose 6, again, you need to choose out of remaining 5, right? So this is 5. And if you need to arrange this, that will be 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial. And the last one is very simple. These 2 are A, for example, these 2 are B. And this will be just 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial and 2 factorial. Everyone is getting this?
Yeah.
Anyone who is confused? Now you can quickly just add these and figure out what is the answer to this question. $360, not 360. Okay, you want me to solve? If you see the first one, this will be just 6 into 5 into 4 into 3. What is the answer to this? 360. And for the second one, this is 2, this is 10. Yeah. This is 10, and this is 12. This is how much? This is 240. This is 360. And last one is 6. So now just add this 360 plus 240 plus 6 is just 606. That's why the E is the answer. All of you got this, right? Any question in this?
Susan, is the 2 part actually I didn't get the why 5 combination 2 is there I didn't get. Could you
Okay,
please repeat
think
again?
this way. Think this way. That these 2 are same, right? Just consider 2 cases in which you take 2, 5. So this is 5, this is 5. Now you have how many remaining distinct? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Now you have remaining 5. So out of 5, you need to choose 2 and then arrange, right? This is first scenario. The second scenario is if both of these are 6. Now again, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You need to choose out of remaining 5, 5C2. And I combine these in form of 2C1 into 5C2, right? Because only out of these 2 pair, you will pick 1 for this position, and remaining there will be 5 distinct number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That's why this is 5, not 4. Got the point?
Yes.
No other question in this?
I'm still confused in approach, like how we can come up with this approach.
Where is the confusion?
So as it is mentioned, like distinct 4-digit number can be formed from like
Yes.
the mentioned digits. So
So
I
this
thought
is
like
what you need to figure out, that this distinct doesn't mean that you need to choose the distinct number. This means all of these are different, not same. That means you can't choose same number again and again. That's what mean by distinct. That is without replacement case, right? This distinct is not that you need to pick different from this. That's why you just consider first case and got 360. But that's a trip. Getting the point?
yes.
Why we have not multiplied by repeated number? In which case we need to multiply by repeated number 5, 5, and 6. I'm not getting your question. Can you please elaborate on this point? The number that repeat. Yeah, I use the formula for this because if you remember the Mississippi rule which we discussed, and in this, for the all we have 4 factorial ways, and for the these two identical, I need divide with 2 factorial. I have already cut that point. And just remember, whenever you want to arrange such question, just see and try to come up with the cases. Remember, in the permutation and combination, first take your time and try to come up with all of the cases, then start solving. If you just quickly start solving, you just solve 1 or 2 cases and you think you're right, but don't make a mistake. First take your time, try to come up with all of the cases and then proceed for the solution. And whenever you see such question in which you want to arrange, and always see the repetition case, just like in this, there is a, by repetition, I mean identical case. In this, there could be a distinct case. All of these are different. We have 1 pair and rest are different. We have 2 pairs. And just try to come up with all of the cases and don't rush for the question. Four numbers are repeating, only 2 numbers are repeating. Yeah, try this question. Yeah, that's why 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial for first 5 and 2 factorial for remaining 5. So that will be what you are saying is just 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 2 factorial. That is for arranging 5, 5, 6, 6. This is for total, and this 2 is for 2, 5, and this 2 is for 2, 6. That's why 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 2 factorial. Okay, now quickly solve this question. Palindrome is a number that when you reverse that number, that is at least same. For example, 101, or for example, 22522. If to inverse this will be same in forward. If you read this in forward or backward, this is same. And for a 5-digit palindrome, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If this is A, this one also be A. If this is B, this one must also be B, and this one could be any value, right? For example, C. The question is saying if 5-digit palindrome are formed using 1 or more of the digits 1, 2, 3, how many such palindrome are possible? Okay, so for 5, how many values we can choose? Anyone? For 5, how many values we can choose? Even for first one, that is 3. That will be 1, 2, or 3. We can choose 3 values. And for the second one, how many options? Again, we have 3 options. And for the C, again, we have 3 options. And for B, how many options? Only 1 option, which we already choose in this. And for A, only one option which we already choose in this. This will be 3 into 3 into 3, which is what? 27. Only thing in this is, which is confusing, that you've choose 3, 3 and 3 for this, but for this must be 1, because this must be same value which we choose at this place. And for A, this must be that value which we choose for this place, right? So this will be 3 into 3 into 3 into 1 into 1. Got the point? Which is 27. Any question for this? And for example, the same question, if I ask you to make a 3-digit palindrome, what will be that? For first one, 3 ways, 1, 2, and 3. For second one, again 3 ways, 1, 2, and 3. But for the last one, this must be 1 way, because this is same value which we choose for the first one. So that's why this is a 9 way. Got the point? And this concept is usually asked in the exam about the palindrome, that how many days you can in actual make such palindrome, 3 digits, 5 digits, 7 digits. If you are just got this question, you can just make a palindrome up to any length. Okay.
Sorry, I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah. You wrote A, B, C, B, and A. What if we have 7 digits? How do we arrange the palindrome? Are you reversing
Okay, 7
after
digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And again, consider you have 3, right? For the first one, you have 3 ways, 1, 2, and 3. For the second one, you have 3 ways, 3 ways, 3 ways. But for the last 3, only one way. Because this is same as the first case. This is same as this value. And this is same as this value. And this value doesn't matter, whatever the value is. So this will be 3 forward 4, which is 81. Because in this we are restricted for 3 values. And remember one thing, one more and a common mistake, if this is not given and you are just provided with value any digit from 0 to 9. So if I ask you to make a 5-digit palindrome, then there will be how many ways? Remember, for this, the first one, there will be only 9 ways, 1 to 9, because this value can't be 0. But for the next one, there are 10 ways, because this could be 0. And again 10 ways, now 1 way into 1 way, which is 900. I'm considering that when values will be 0, 1, 2, 3, up to 9, then we have 10 options. Got the point? Just remember this thing first. To make any digit, 2 digit, 3 digit, or 4 digit, first value can never be 0. Just keep this thing in mind.
What if numbers are even? Like if they ask even number per example.
Even number? Doesn't matter. Even number are 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8.
No, the digit would be even. Like here you can see 2, 4, 4, 2.
Not getting your point.
So what I'm observing from your method. So after middle number, you are considering the same number again, right? Whatever we consider first. Yeah. But if a number is even digits like
Doesn't
4,
matter.
6.
Give me example. Give me some example.
If a number is suppose 6 digit number.
No, that how can that be a palindrome? Yeah, that can be. Yeah, that can also be possible. Yeah. Then in that scenario, listen, this thing must be equal to this. this must be equal to this, and this one must be equal to this one. Because if you inverse this, if you read forward or backward, the number is same. For example, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. If you inverse this, this will again be 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. So in that scenario, if you consider this question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this will be 3 ways, 3 ways, 3 ways, 1 way, 1 way, and 1 way. Because this is same as this one, this is same as this one, and this is same as this one. Now got the point?
Got it. Yeah, I got it.
We've just discussed this concept in the last class as well. So just leave this question. Yeah, this is an interesting question. Just try this question. Even question is that in how many ways 6 people, 3 boys and 3 girls, can be selected out of 6 couples such that no 2 people selected are from the same couple. Okay, we have 6 couple, for example, C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, and C6. And for example, B1, Y1, B2, just to make things a bit clear. Girl 2, 3, 2, boy 3, girl 3, boy 4, girl 4, girl 5, girl 5, and 6, girl 6. We have 6 couples, and we want to choose 6 in which there are 3 boys and 3 girls. But the restriction is that no 2 selected will be from the same couple. Okay. So let's try to do this way. First of all, let's pick boys. To pick the boy, we have how many ways? Because we have 6 options, 6 couple, and from 6 couples, we need to choose. From 6 couples, we need to choose how much? 3. Now, if I want to pick the other girls, in how many ways I can pick? Now, I can pick only 3 out of 3 ways. The reason is because I already picked from 3 couples. Now, for the remaining 3 girls, I need to pick from the remaining 3 couples. For example, if I pick from C1, C2, and C3, B1, B2 from B3 out of this. Now, for the girls, I need to pick from C4, C5, and C6 so that none of the girl and boy are from the same couple. So this will be just 6 C3 into 3 C3, which is 6 into 5 into 4 divided by 3 factorial into 1. So this equal to 20 ways. Got the answer? I'm just picking first out of 6, 3 out of 6. Now the restriction is I can't choose from the 3 couples from where I choose the first one. Now I have to choose from the remaining 3. So that will be just 6C3. This is because this is AND case. I need to pick both of these. So 6C3 into 3C3, which is 20 into 1, total 20 ways. Everyone got this? Should I move forward? Everyone got the point?
Yes.
This you can solve it. But please try this question later. Yeah, try this question. a set has 10 subsets that consist of 3 numbers each. What is actually asked in this question? That you are picking 3 sets in which there are 3 elements from a set. What are the actual number, and the quantity is what are the actual number present in that set. What is actually asked in this question is that if I assume that total number of elements in set is x, so if you choose 3 digits from total, the result is 10. This is actually asked in the question, and the question is asking about this thing. So if you open this, this is x factorial divided by x minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial. And if you proceed further, this is x into x minus 1 into x minus 2 into x minus 3 factorial divided by x minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial. This will cancel out, and this will be x into x minus 1 into x minus 2 divided by 6. This is equal to 10. So x into x minus 1 into x minus 2 is equal to 60. And if you prime factorize this, what is this? This is 2 into 5 into 3 into 2. So how can you write this? 2 into 5, 3 into 6, yes. So this is, you can write this 3, 4 into 5. So this is 5, this is 4, and this is 3. And x is equal to 5, this is equal to 5. That's why quantity B is the answer. Got the point? This is just another way of asking. In the other question, we are just choosing and getting the answer. In this question, we already provided the answer, and we will choose what is the total number of elements in the set. Everyone got this?
Can you explain again, present?
Which part? There is an issue.
Like, can you explain it again?
I'm asking, you're asking about which point, where is the issue?
At the start, like how you selected that one, I did also read.
Listen, the question is just saying that you have a set, and by subset, I mean I choose from that set. These are elements from that set. I choose 10 subset from that set, which 3 elements each. For example, one is x1, y1, and z1, for example. This is first. Second subset is x2, y2, and z2. And I choose all of these 10 out of the actual set. And I am asked what are the total number of elements, total number in set x. And that is just, I assume that total element is x. So xc, I am choosing 3 elements that will be given as 10. And now just open this, this will be x minus 3. If I open the formula, this is x minus 2, this is x minus 1. Sorry. So this will be just x factorial divided by x minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial. Now open this formula. You will be just ending with x into x minus 1 into x minus 2 divided by 3 factorial is equal to 10. So this will be x into x minus 1, x minus 2 into 60. And if you prime factorize this will be just 5 into 4 into 3. I just equate this. This is 5, this is 4, and this is 3. Sorry, that's why this is equal to 5, and quantity is answer. You can solve this later. Just a quick idea. How can you solve the handshake problem? The question is that you have 10 people in a row. If each person shakes hand with exactly 3 others, what is the total number of handshake? Someone can quickly said that yes, 10 into 3 into 30. There are 30 handshakes, right? So is 30 is the answer? As there are 10 people and each shake with 3 others, so there will be 30 ways, right? But
120.
there is an issue that there are 2 people shaking hand at the same time, but this is considering these 2 as a different case. But in one case, 2 people are exactly shaking hand. That's why you divide this by 2, which is 15. That's only different in this case. Not the point in handshake. You need to divide by 2 so that you can cater for the repetition. If person A is shaking hand with B, that's same as B shaking hand with A. But this is considering both cases. That's why I need to divide whole cases by 2 to get the required answer.
Like the last question, we mostly prefer the formula MCQ, right? So whenever like we get this kind of question where like people are in a room and they are shaking hand. So like there you are saying like all are going to do 30 handshake and and then we'll divide by 2. So I don't get that part.
You are not audible.
Now I'm audible. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying like most of the time we use formula MCQ like number of handshake for number of handshake. So in this condition, it is saying like exactly 3 hands, like 3 people are allowed to make handshake. So I didn't get the last part when you said like you are going to divide it by 2, like 30 handshake and then divide by 2.
You're asking why I divide by 2.
Yeah.
I told you that if there are 10 people, right, then each person is shaking hand with 3 others, right? Yes, you can use cumulative, but I am giving that. Each person is shaking hand with 3 others. That means there must be 10 into 30 handshakes in total. And for example, if I am shaking hand with you, for example, you are A, this is exactly same as you are shaking hand with me. And in 30, there are half exactly same cases repeated. That's why I need to divide this by 2 to get in actual value, which is 15. Getting what?
Yes.
Because I'm shaking hand with you and you are shaking hand with me. These are exactly same case, not different case.
Okay, if the question is like this, there will be 12 people and they are everyone's two handshake with each other, then what will be the answer?
You're not audible.
Now am I audible? Hello? Hello?
Yes, speak.
Yeah, I'm saying like if there is 12 people and they can shake hands like to each other, so then what will be the case? Like there would be the repetitions, right?
This is what you need to think. Just think you are thinking 12 people and each is shaking hand with other. So that's mean out of 12, you are choosing 2 people. That will already cater the repetition part. You are making a pair of 2 out of 12. That's exactly answer to this. Am I right or wrong?
So there you are multiplying basically with n minus 1, then dividing by 2. We are multiplying by
Yes.
3 and dividing by 2.
You're right. This is an interesting question, but leave this for last. Yeah, try this question. Someone asked about this question when I was when we were in the conceptual part of the permutation and combination, that if you form a number divisible by 3, something like that. So try to solve this question. That a 5-digit number divisible by 3 is to be formed using the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We are provided with 6 numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the question is without repetition. So we can't choose same number again. What is the total number of ways this can be done? Okay, let's see the cases. First case. We have 5-digit number. So what 5-digit can we choose so that the number is divisible by 3? So let's see in how many ways we can do that. The first thing is if we do this way, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 5. Can I do this way? I'm asking, can I do this way?
No.
No.
It's not a 5-digit number.
5 digits, right?
Yes, yes. First digit. No, I'm not asking that first is 0. I'm just saying which 5 number can I choose for the first case. First of all, see, this is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. First 5 digits I can choose is 0, 1, 2, 4, and 5. If you add this 5, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, and if you want to arrange this, in how many ways you can do this? First thing, the first value can't be 0. So you have 4 ways. And for the rest, you can do in 4 factorial ways, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So this is 4 into 4 factorial, which is 4. What is 4 into 4 factorial? That is 96. And what is the other way I can do this? If I choose 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and how many ways I can arrange this? I can arrange in 5 factorial ways, which is 120. So this is just 120 plus 96, which is 216. Anyone got this? Just form 2 cases. One case is when you are incorporating 0, you need to remove 3, because that's why the sum of other is divisible by 3. 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 5 is what is 12. And 12 is divisible by 3, so it is divisible by 3. Perfect. The second could be if you remove 0, this is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 and plus 5. This is also divisible by 5. So there could be only 2 cases. And just now you need to arrange this in the linear arrangement. So first case can be done is 96 ways, and second case is 120 ways. So just add this. This is 216, which is quantity A. Any question in this? No question. Just solve this later. We left one question earlier. Yeah, try this question. And let's see how many questions are remaining. Okay. Try this question. We haven't discussed this concept here. Let's try this question. Okay. Let's first see what is asked in the question. There are 10 books on the shelf. Okay, 10 books, of which
out of 10, 4 are paperbacks, if I call this P, and 6 are handbags, call this H. How many possible selection of 5 books, and we need to choose 5 books out of this. From the shelf, books from the shelf contain at least, and this must contain at least 1 paperback and 1 handbag, right? So that there were one restriction provided that we need to pick 5 books out of 10, and in that 5 there must be 1 paperback and at least 1 handbook, right? So both of these must be included at the same time. So if I do first way, that if I just solve with a restriction way, that our required case will be the total options available minus the restrictions. And how can I do this way? What is the total way? That is, I have 10 books and I need to choose 5 out of those 10 books, right? And the restriction is, if I choose all of the same book, for example, if I choose out of 6 hardbacks, if I choose all of the 5 books, this is restriction because I can't choose all of the books of same type. I have to choose 1 book of one type and 1 book for other type at least. But this is a restriction that I choose all of the book of one type, right? So if I remove such scenarios from the total, I will get the required case in which there is at least 1 of each type. So this will be, anyone can solve this. What is 10C5? Anyone? What is answer to 10C5?
52.
How much?
252.
You're not audible.
252.
252?
Yeah.
Okay, so 252. And what is 6 C5? That is 6. So this is 246. This is first way of doing, in which I just remove the restricted part out of total so that I get the required case. This is first scenario. Okay, let me move to the next scenario. The other way how can solve this question. The other way is, if I do this way, that I need to figure out all of the cases available. In how many ways I can choose 5 books such that 1 of each is present. If I choose 1 paperback and 4 hardback, if I choose 2 paperback and 3 hardback, if I choose 3 paperback and 2 hardback, and if I choose 4 paperbacks and 1 hardback. So there are only these 4 scenarios options available, such that I have chosen 1 option from each of paperback and the hardback, right? So first of all, I can arrange this. I need to pick 1 out of total 4. So this will be 4C1 into 6C4, because total these are 4 and total these are 6. So 4C1 into 6C4, because these are paired, the order doesn't matter here. The next thing is 4C2 into 6C3. The next one is 4C3 into 6C2. And the last one is 4C4 into 6C1. So if you solve this, what is the answer? This is 4 into 15. This is 6 into 20. This is 4 into 15. And this is 1 into 6. So the answer is again 246. So either you just check out all of the cases, or you just remove the restricted case, you will get the required answer. both of these methods are understood by all. Whatever suits you, you can just apply both approaches. Is this understood by all? Shall I move forward? Okay. So there are many interesting questions which I want you to solve at yourself later. There are many of such questions. Let's solve this question. Yeah, try this question. We discussed the same question in the grouping, in the division and distribution concept. Just quickly solve this question now. If you remember, I told you that this is the same concept of the identical balls and distinct boxes cases such that the box could have 0 balls. But first see that in general, if we want to count, then how many ways we can do this? First of all, if we have 1 digit, that is 4, only one way. If we have 2 digit, that is when both are 2, or when we have 3 or 1, or when we have 1 4 and 1 0, right? So this can also be done in how many ways? One way. This can be done in 2 factorial way, and this can be done in 1 way. Any other for 2-digit integer such that the sum is equal to 4? Any other way? We already catered this into factorial. And okay, let's see 3-digit integer. When we have 2 2 0, when we have 1 3 0, when we have 4 0 0. Any other option? Okay, so in how many ways this can be?
1 1 2.
1 1 2, yes, 1 1 2. So first one is 2 2 0. In how many ways we can do this? If we just manually do this, that will be simple. 2 2 0, then 2 0 2. Any other way? Because we can't take 0 in the front. That will be either 2 2 0 or 2 0 2. Only 2 ways, right? If we have 1 3 0, that will be 1 3 0 1 0 3 3 0 1. Any other?
3 1 0.
3 1 0. No other, right? If you see the 400, only one way, 400. If you see 1 2 2, this is just 3 factorial over 2 factorial, which is 3 ways. Any option is missing, or all of these are already counted? Okay, let's see. 1 plus 1 2, 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 and 15. Yeah, total 15 ways. Right, this is first way by just manually counting all of the ways. But I told you when we were just solving the grouping on equal unequal groups case, I told you this was a question which is in actual in which we use a formula, and that is for when we have balls and boxes, when these are identical and these are different, And for this, you can refer to the old session, which unfortunately I haven't uploaded now, but I will upload at max by tomorrow. That is identical. And for, remember this, consider a case that this can be 0. So that is the formula n plus r minus 1 combination r minus 1. And for this case, there was a way that this is a specific case of identical and different, in which you can consider this as a linear equation. And our sum is 4, and our maximum values about 3 digit, because maximum is now, our value is less than 1000, so maximum value is 999. So I'm saying maximum we have 3-digit integer, 3-digit number, right? And if anyone is 0, you can make this 2-digit or 1-digit, right? So let's this x1, x2, and x3. So in this scenario, this will be r and this will be n. Our n is 4 and r is equal to 3. So simply use the formula 4 plus 3 minus 1 combination 3 minus 1. So this will be 6 combination 2, which is 6 into 5 divided by 2, which is 15. So whenever you see such question in which you're asked to find the sum of digits, the total sum of digits, let's suppose you are given 4, any, right? You can use this. Or there could be other scenario that there's a question that in which you are compared two quantities, and the question is such that x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 is equal to, for example, 120. And what are total weights? There could be two scenarios. If all of these are positive, or if all of these are non-negative. If all of these are positive, simple use formula n minus 1 combination r minus 1. If all of these are non-negative, the similar case we are doing, that will be n plus r minus 1 combination r minus 1. And by non-negative, I mean that value could be 0 or positive. This can't be negative, right? So this scenario is just, we have these integers in a linear form and we have non-negative integer case. And for the further explanation, I will upload the video hopefully by tomorrow. Just watch that. If you have any doubt in how this is identical, different, all of these things are explained there.